Good morning. We're here for our Drainage District Board of Directors meeting, April 29, 2025, and we'll start with roll call.
Good morning, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Eddie Cantu, Precinct 2. We have a quorum. If we could start with a prayer.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, everyone. Let's say a quick word of prayer again this morning. Father God, we continue to ask you to fill our cities, county, state, and national political leaders with wisdom, understanding, discernment, knowledge, forgiveness, faithfulness, humility, and dignity. We continue to thank you for the men and women who serve our community and leadership roles, Father God, and for their families as well. Continue to grant them peace when their work takes them away from their families. We pray for our judge and 4 commissioners that you've appointed to lead this great county of ours. And we continue to pray for our mayors, school board members, city council, police chiefs, district attorney, sheriff, judges, and all who serve our local communities. Grant them abundant wisdom, favor, increase their faith, and prepare them to pursue your excellence. Continue to strengthen with integrity, character to act righteously, and draw them to you and cause them to know and fulfill your purposes. Continue to place people in their paths that will provide scriptural, sound, and godly counsel, for without your counsel, their plans will go awry. Provide them daily reminders of why they decide to dedicate their lives to public service, and use that commitment to encourage them. Deal with our leaders about keeping their hearts and motives pure. We ask you to make their hearts pliable and willing and obedient to your will. Cause each of their lives to glorify your name. Father, your word tells us in 1 Samuel 16:17, do not consider this his appearance or height, for I have rejected him. The Lord does not look at the things that people look at. People look at the outward appearances, but the Lord looks at the heart. Father God, thank you for the opportunity you give us to serve in leadership roles. Father, while we look at the criteria for leadership, we often prioritize status, talent, charisma, but you value the condition of the heart above all else. You do not care about stature, just the condition of our hearts. May we prioritize obedience to you over external appearances or worldly standards of success, and develop a heart that aligns with your purpose and desire for our lives. May we humbly surrender our aspirations to you and trust that you value the condition of the heart over anything else. Father, we know King David wasn't perfect. He made a ton of mistakes and failed in so many ways, but his heart was always striving after yours. Help us to be more like King David and always seek your heart. May we faithfully follow where you lead us today and every day. Scripture reminds us the more we seek you, the more we'll find you. May we always seek you in everything we do. May we always work as we're working for you. We ask all this in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Chief. Some edits and stuff.
Sir?
Some new parts to your prayer.
Always.
Like it.
So that little section, I always, I change it. Everything is always the same, except that little bowl I read and
It's awesome.
get, yeah.
King David's a good guy.
Tocayo. Anybody sign up for open forum?
No, sir, not under drainage.
So we'll move ahead to general operations. Oh, I'm sorry, consent agenda.
Yes, sir. On the consent agenda, what we'll do is we will remove items
3A, 4A, 4B, 1 and 2, 5G, 4.
and also, 4B, 1, 2, and 6.
And 6.
Yes, sir.
And
Make a
that'll
motion.
be for,
Make a motion to approve as presented.
second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
So Judge Commissioners, with respect to consent agenda items under the Drainage District, 3A, 4A, 4B, 1, 2, and 6, 5G, 4. Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining from any discussion and or action.
Hold on. 4A1, B1, B2, and G4, and 3A will be Commissioner Fuentes abstaining.
Okay. Motion to approve?
Yes, sir.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And items 4,
With Commissioner Fuentes abstaining.
items 4B6, Commissioner Villarreal will be abstaining.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries with Commissioner Villarreal abstaining.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Cecil.
you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll move on, if I may, Commissioner, discussion and update by ACD General Manager relates to construction and pending projects. So just want to announce that we just kicked off or about to go to out for bid, our first portion of our flood infrastructure project that we got the grant money for back in 2018. $32.6 million and $22.8 million loan and $9.8 million grant. So that first phase is forthcoming now, and after that, subsequently, the next of the phases will come in with the right-of-way acquisitions in place and so forth. So that's a big plus for our area moving forward to get that going. We also want to announce that House Bill 3915 by Representative Martinez is scheduled for the House calendar this Thursday. So this is the bill that relates to the projects eligible for financial assistance from the Flood Infrastructure Fund, which it opens an opportunity for our project, which is a water producing project and a flood mitigation project, to be eligible to compete for funding that helps us put us in a position to try to advance this project. We know it's a positive thing for our area. Commissioner, I don't know if you want to.
Absolutely. This is a great next step, and hopefully everything goes well. But thank you to Representative Martinez, to Senators Chuy Hinojosa and Adam Hinojosa, Representative Canales, who have all co-authored, co-sponsored these bills and helped us get this through. So we're at the doorstep.
Yes, sir.
Let's hope that, it passes the House, and then we'll end up in the governor's desk for approval. Since water has been a priority, as we all know, the judge is there at the press conference today. But we also know that moving forward, water will continue to be an issue. So this is going to help, answer some of that for our region. So we're very excited about it and can't wait for this thing to go through. So thank you guys for your help, for your support, and getting all the technical parts of it done for us. Appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir. Definitely. Thank you, sir. I'll move on if I may, Commish.
Yes, sir.
6A, requesting approval of First Amendment interlocal agreement with Don Irrigation regarding Midway Drain Project.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
So when, time frame?
We're working, we're trying to get all this done, we're hopefully, once they get the stuff in, we're ready to move on it. So it's just a matter of getting the equipment or getting the material,
Keep us posted.
Yes, sir. I know you're at a standstill, sir, but we're moving forward with it. Yes, sir. 6B, request approval to purchase 5 actual flow pumps from CB3 Consultants LLC to adopt contract 1 membership participation within their local purchasing system, TIPS, where the contract number 250104 and the total amount of 1.69600 and 0 cents, subject to compliance House Bill 1295. This is for our structures that we have already in place, plus the ones that are under construction. And there's the exact same specs, pumps, everything that we already have 8 of. So we're just mirroring that for efficiency, for maintenance, for everything. So
Is this IBWC gates?
yeah, it's all the IBWC structures, yes.
Motion to approve? Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you. 6C, approval of application payment number 8 in the amount of $66,738.46 for RB contract training construction contract CA City 1-23042B0416 365 toll offsite outfalls 2 through 4. Project engineer LNG.
So move. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you. 7A1, there will be an abstention from
I have to abstain.
Commissioner,
Thank you.
Commissioner Fuentes.
Yes, sir.
I'll move forward. 7A, requesting approval of closing documents parcel 35-7 as it relates to 2018 bond project 35 Southwest Wesco, and authorization for the chairman of the board to execute documents subject to final legal review.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Just real quick before you move on, how about that one?
That one,
Construction.
we're already getting ready for the RDF to put it out, since we got the word from BRIC that we unfortunately could not, or they're gonna close that program down, so we're gonna move forward with putting that out advertising. So we're with the irrigation district for the crossing of 88. And getting
And
that
for the
cleared up.
record, Commissioner Fuentes abstained.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. 7B, requesting approval of closing documents for parcel 8-13 in relation to project 8 of the 2018 drainage bond program, Anaquitas Drain Project, and authority for chairman of the board to execute documents subject to final review. If I may, sir, I'll continue. 7C, requesting approval of change order number 5, reflecting the decrease in the amount of $105,324.05 for the project East Mercedes Drainage Improvement 2018 bond representative project 10B, contract number CACD 122-051-017 with RBM Contractors LLC, as recommended project engineer Yvette Herrera from my office. 7D, approve application payment number 12 in the amount of $18,478.80 from RBM Contractors Construction Contract CACD 122-051-0117, East Mercedes project engineer, again, Ms. Herrera from my office. 7D2, approve application payment number 3 in the amount of $269,691.20 from RDA Sided Concrete LLC pertaining to construction contract CA CDD 12403408006, Hidalgo Drain Precinct 2 Hike and Bike. Item 7E1, approve to issue payments on the award of to three special commissioners, Derek Salinas, Aaron D. Rivera, and Emmanuel Espinosa, in the amount of $2,500 each pertaining to condemnation proceedings for cost number CCD 0771G, Marie L. Wickley case. 7E2, approval to issue payment on the award to three special commissioners, Pablo A. Navarro, Maximiliano Alanis, and Omar Escamilla, in the amount of $2,000 each pertaining to condemnation proceedings for cost number CCD 0768-H.
Motion to approve 7C, D, and E.
Second.
B as well, 7B, C, D, and E.
B, C, D, and E.
Yes, sir.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir. 8A, requesting exemption from Printer Rent Requirements as text logan code 2620248 for professional engineering services.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 8A2, requesting authority of the Alcoa District 1 to negotiate a professional engineering service agreement with S2 Engineering PLC for the district pre-approved pool of pre-qualified professional engineering service approved by the Board of Directors April 1st, 2025 for the project Donna North Lateral Extension 2023 Bond Referendum Project 23.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 8B, requesting authority to advertise and approval RV packet for PD Lateral Iowa Road Drainage Improvements 2023 Bond Referendum Project number 18, RFP number ACDD 125030429JS, including the re-advertising of the project in the event no response are received and or rejected, and the project is still required.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. C1, we have an abstention from Commissioner Fuentes. And if I may, I'll read the item. C1, approval of application payment number 2 in the amount of 142,380 from Synergy Development and Construction pertaining to construction contract CHG 12405711023 ESZ Mission Mechanical Lateral Project Engineer is B to Z Engineering, not S2. B to Z Engineering. The typo.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor say aye. Motion carries with Commissioner Fuentes abstaining.
Thank you.
Thank you. C2, approve application number 5 in the amount of 174,229.11 from Senior Development Construction pertaining to construction contract C ACD 12402320709 Mission McAllen Drain Phase 2 Project Engineer Sames Engineering. And I'll read C3, if I may, sir. Approve application payment number 3 in the amount of 133,882.75 from Clore Equipment LLC pertaining to construction contract C ACD 12405611029 PSJ Drain Project Engineer Mr. Asadula from my office.
Motion to approve 8C, 2, and 3.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 9A, requesting approval to enter into a service agreement with the Department of Information Communications Technology Services Division to establish a new account to provide connectivity through various transmissions with text-AN network for specific communications services, including but not limited to video, voice, routed data, internet, and/or equipment, with authority of the district general manager or his designee to sign the agreement, subject to final legal review.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We do have some items, sir, in closed session.
As per Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, we're going to go back into closed session. Do I need to be specific?
You can just reference the code sections.
The C, 10C? Or, I mean, where are they?
551.071 and 074.
As stated by our attorney, can I get a motion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We'll be right back. Thank you all for your patience. We're back from closed session. Sorry,
Ivan?
it's 10:02.
For item 11A, action is required to authorize Mr. Sassine to proceed as discussed in the closed meeting.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Excellent.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Commissioner. Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good morning. We're here for the Commissioners Court meeting for April 29th, 2025, and we're going to start with a roll call.
Good morning, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Eddie Cantu, Precinct 2. We have a quorum. We can all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Who's going to do the pledge?
Do you have the individual?
Constable
Constable Cantu is going to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Constable. And Judge, Commissioners, Constable Cantu honorably served the U.S. Marine Corps.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And the prayer.
Thank you, guys.
So now we have the prayer being said by.
Good morning, Commissioners. Daniel Gonzalez on behalf of the District Attorney Terry Palacios. I will be leading us in prayer this morning. Let's all bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gift of this day and the opportunity to come together as a community. As we come before you today, we pray for our elected officials that their hearts and minds may be open to the needs of those who they serve. Grant them the wisdom to make decisions that reflect your love and grace. As a community, give us the courage to act with kindness and respect towards one another. May our time be together be filled with unity, purpose, and commitment to the common good of Hidalgo County. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Approval of the consent agenda?
Thank you, Judge. Commissioners, with respect to the consent agenda, I'd like to pull from consent agenda items 5A, 1 and 2. We could approve the balance of the consent.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you. And for the record, consent agenda item 5A, 1 and 2, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action.
Motion to approve?
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries with Commissioner Fuentes abstaining.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is that- Moving on to 5A, 5A. Somebody here for 5A, approval of proclamation recognizing Mental Health Awareness Month, Children's Mental Health Awareness Day, and Childhood Depression Awareness Day.
Good morning, Commissioners. All those for mental health, if you could please join me up front. Christopher. Good morning, Commissioners. Proclamation recognizing Mental Health Awareness Month, Children's Mental Health Awareness Day, and Childhood Depression Awareness Day. Whereas mental health is essential to the well-being and the vitality of our families, businesses, and communities. And whereas mental health conditions are real and prevalent in our nation, with 1 out of 5 Americans affected by mental illness each year. And whereas more people die from suicide in the United States than from traffic accidents, and an estimated 18 veterans die from suicide each day. And whereas mental health challenges, including depression, are not limited to any age group, and indeed 60% of adults and 50% of youth do not receive the mental health treatment necessary due to limited knowledge of the need, barriers to care, or fear and shame. And whereas to combat such stigmas and encourage treatment, each May is dedicated to increasing knowledge of mental health challenges through Mental Health Awareness Month, with this year's theme being Turn Awareness into Action. And whereas to emphasize the extent of the problem, each May 6th is designated Childhood Depression Awareness Day, and each May 7th, National Children's Mental Health Awareness Day is observed. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court recognizes May as Mental Health Awareness Month, as well as recognizing that May 6th is Childhood Depression Awareness Day and May 7th is National Children's Mental Health Awareness Day. The community is encouraged to learn about mental wellness and turn that awareness into action when confronting signs of mental health struggles among adult and children. Approved this 29th day of April 2025.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
And here with us to accept this proclamation, we have Christopher Cantu with Mission ISD.
Good morning, all. My name is Christopher Cantu. I'm a licensed professional counselor with Mission School District. On behalf of the Mission CISD and the Hidalgo County Mental Health Coalition, we would like to thank Hidalgo County Judge Cortez, Hidalgo County, and our county commissioners for allowing us the privilege of accepting this proclamation. Our district is highly values caring for our students' mental health, and we appreciate Judge Cortez's commitment to making mental health more of a priority in our county with the creation of organizations such as the Hidalgo County Mental Health Coalition. Because of this coalition, the district has had boundless opportunities for networking with community mental health providers, as well as an opportunity a couple years ago to obtain a grant that provided a unique way to provide mental health education for middle school students. As Mental Health Awareness Month approaches in May, we hope that more county leaders follow Judge Cortez's lead and provide for opportunities to educate the public about the importance of mental health, which will eventually lead to ending the stigma attached to mental health within our community. At Mission CISD, we continue the mission of improving our students' mental health by employing licensed professional counselors and social workers that assist with the emotional well-being of every student in need within our district. As we work to remove the emotional barriers that get in the way of their overall academic success and well-being, we hope that our students will be able to lead happier and more productive lives. Once again, we would like to thank the county, Judge Cortez, and our commissioners for this privilege. I would also like to say that through the Hidalgo County Mental Health Coalition, they've put out this mental health resource guide. This new guide was put out today. It's in Spanish and English, and it's available here and also on the website. Also, I wanted to introduce Emma Garcia. She's one of our junior high students. She has a little bit to say as well.
Good morning. My name is Emma Garcia, and I am a 7th grade student at Mission CISD. On behalf of the students and staff of our district, we would like to thank the commissioners and Judge Cortez for highlighting Childhood Depression Awareness Day and National Children's Mental Health Awareness Day. It is so important now more than ever to bring awareness to an issue that affects so many kids in the U.S. today. Recent information from the National Alliance on Mental Health Illness shows that 1 in every 6 U.S. youth aged 6 to 17 experience a mental health disorder each year. Sadly, statistics also show that the second leading cause of death for kids ages 10 to 14 is suicide. It is also reported that poor mental health can lead to poor academic success. In fact, high school students with significant symptoms of depression are more than twice as likely to drop out of school. Students aged 6 to 17 with mental, emotional, or behavioral concerns are 3 times more likely to repeat a grade level. Because of this, Mission CISD is committed to making mental health a priority and provides every student the opportunity to receive quality mental health treatment, beginning with preventative services delivered by our school counselors and continuing with treatment and crisis intervention delivered by our licensed professionals, counselors, and licensed master social workers. Mission CISD truly believes that mental health matters.
Thank you. And I'd like to remind everybody the hotline 988, that's the suicide prevention hotline. It's also known as the Lifeline 988.
Thank you. All right, everybody. On the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3.
Thank you. If we can get everybody up here for the next proclamation on the animal control services.
If everyone from Precinct 1 could please join me up. Jennifer Alvarez. That's so nice, I promise. Commissioners, proclamation recognizing animal control officers for their service to Hidalgo County. Whereas animal control officers play a vital role in ensuring the safety and well-being of animals and the public in Hidalgo County. And whereas these dedicated professionals work tirelessly to rescue, protect, and care for animals in need, enforce animal welfare laws, and educate the community on responsible pet ownership. And whereas the efforts of animal control officers contribute significantly to the public health and safety by preventing the spread of disease, responding to cases of animal cruelty and neglect, and managing the population of stray animals. And whereas their commitment, compassion, and bravery in handling difficult and sometimes dangerous situations deserve recognition and appreciation from the citizens of Hidalgo County. And whereas Precinct 1 proposes the designation of Animal Control Day in Hidalgo County to honor these professionals for their invaluable contributions. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby proclaims April 29th as Animal Control Officer Appreciation Day in Hidalgo County and encourages all residents to express their gratitude for the dedication and service of these individuals. Approved this 29th day of April 2025.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We do have a short video for you guys.
Today we are providing spay and neuter services to the community of the Rio Grande Valley, thanks to Yaqui Animal Rescue. So myself and a few other veterinarians and a veterinary team have flown in from various places to provide those services here at the Donna High School.
What really is incredible is the amount of requests we got when we announced this clinic.
We partnered with the students at Donna North High School. They were able to purchase some of the equipment, and we were able to purchase some as well. So this is kind of the first of its kind where we're blending an animal rescue with high school students to have this really amazing clinic where pets can get altered, vaccinated, and microchipped.
We have a lot of volunteers and students coming together. We hope to learn a lot, and we have vet techs and vets here from different states.
These kind of things are so important for our community because we can, help, trying to control that pet population.
I'm here today. I have a cat, Bucko. He's supposed to be a stray, but he's been hanging around a little longer. We've actually brought his mom about a year ago, same clinic, but in a different location.
From the county side, it benefits us from the health perspective. We reduce the number of stray animals out on the street, providing access to these procedures, and for us to be able to partner up with the school district and with these kids and the sponsor is just an amazing experience for us.
I want to congratulate him because this is an effort that's very needed. It's something that we need to work together. Spay and neuter and vaccine your pets. And whenever you can help out Yaqui Animal Rescue, please do.
When we first put the word out, we got about 500 people calling in that they needed this service. So that tells you a lot right there.
Really want to thank everyone who donated, their grants that we were awarded, their sponsorships, the donations that we received on Amazon, their time, their volunteership, their willingness to come and help make this an amazing experience, not just for us, but for the community, for the students.
We had a busy day, and everybody working together made everything a lot smoother.
Continue to support us so we can help this overpopulation that is totally out of control right now.
I want to make it clear, though, that would not have been possible without all of these people supporting us, because it really does take a village.
Yaqui Animal Rescue. Donate today by visiting yaquianimalrescue.com.
Wow.
Here with us today to accept this proclamation, we have Jennifer Alvarez, the supervisor with Animal Control.
Good morning, gentlemen. On behalf of myself, the Animal Control staff, the Health and Human Services Department, we would like to express our great gratitude for this proclamation in recognition of myself and my staff's hard efforts to keep the community educated and the animals that need care for taken care of. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioner, and guests. We, the veterinary students of Donald North High School and Texas Humane Legislative Network Junior Advocates, we are honored to stand before you today in support of proclaiming Animal Control Officer Appreciation Day in Hidalgo County.
We wanted to recognize the tireless efforts of our animal control officers, heroes in our community who respond to over 100 calls a day. These officers work around the clock, often without enough space in local shelters to take in the animals they are called to rescue. Without that space, they are left without the means to help.
We asked ourselves, how can we as students help provide the constituents of Hidalgo County the services and needs that they need? The answer is for us to begin with an action. Recently, with the support of Commissioner Fuentes and in partnership with Yaqui Animals Rescue Services, we hosted our very first spay and neuter clinic. In just one weekend, we served over 170 families, spaying, neutering, vaccinating, and microchipping their pets. We had cars lined down all the way Valverde Road, and although we had to turn some families away, we left knowing one thing for sure: this was just the beginning.
It was a rewarding experience, not just because we were helping animals, but because we knew we were helping the officers we're here to recognize today. It was, sorry. I'm sorry.
Good job.
Thank you for believing in us. And thank you for every animal control officer who works behind the scenes to make Hidalgo County a safer place for both animals and people. Thank you.
So, if I may just say some quick comments. First of all, thank you to the Donald North High School students and their sponsor for approaching us about recognizing our animal control specialists. A lot of times people think it's just cats and dogs. The other day we pulled a horse out of a trap ditch. So you never know what kind of experience we're going to get when we get these phone calls, but they help keep our community safe. These Donald North High School students have started a program where they're doing spay and neuter free of charge to the community by raising funds, raising awareness, and by reaching out to people and partnering up with Yaqui. So they both play a part in this, and to be able to service almost 200 animals and helping control that population in the future so that we don't have as many calls, let's hope, right? But thank you for keeping our community safe and for all that you guys do out there, because we know it's sometimes a dangerous situation. We really appreciate it, and again, thank you to the Donald North students for bringing this up and wanting to recognize our department here. So thank you very much.
could take her photo for her.
Yeah.
If she wants. You want me to take it for you?
Oh, sure.
Come this way. No, you're fine. Come this way, sir. Come forward. I want everybody to go like this. There we go. Thank you.
Hold on.
One more.
1, 2, 3.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Item 5B, requesting approval of a resolution in support of Hidalgo County by and through Hidalgo County's Precinct 4 submission application for Step 2 of the Texas Transportation's 2025 Transportation Alternatives Set Aside TA Call for Projects. And I'll read the resolution. Whereas the Texas Department of Transportation issued a call for projects in January 2025 for communities to apply for funding assistance through the Transportation Alternatives Set Aside TA program, and whereas the TA funds may be used for development of preliminary engineering, plans, specifications, estimates, and environmental documentation, and construction of pedestrian and/or bike infrastructure. The TA funds require a local match comprised of cash or Transportation Development Credits, TDCs, if eligible. The County of Hidalgo would be responsible for non-reimbursable costs and 100% of overruns, if any, for TA funds. And now therefore it be resolved by the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court supports funding for this project as described in the 2025 TA detailed application, including the preliminary engineering budget, if any, construction budget, the department's direct state of costs for oversight, and the required local match, if any, and is willing to commit to the project's development, implementation, construction, maintenance, management, and financing. The County of Hidalgo is willing and able to enter into an agreement with the department by resolution or ordinance should the project be selected for funding. Duly passed by majority of vote, all members of the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court of the Hidalgo County on the 29th day of April 2025.
Ms. Hayes, this is the TASA?
This is the TASA with the Texas Department of Transportation. So it's we applied in the preliminary application, and now we received notice of, it was selected to the next phase.
Right, so a lot of the projects from the Hidalgo County got admitted or proposed to be selected into this TASA program in this cycle, correct?
This is the one directly to TxDOT, to Texas Department of Transportation. It's a statewide competition. It's not the local through the RGV MPO. Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for your efforts in leading this. Motion to
Thank you.
approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And if I could read item 21B, it's related to the same. It's item 21B, and again, Belinda Reyes with Precinct 4. Discussion and consideration and possible action authorizing Hidalgo County to submit Step 2 application by invitation for the TxDOT Transportation Alternatives FY 2025 call for projects
with authorization for Hidalgo County Precinct 4 Commissioner Ellie Torres to sign any documentation associated with this submittal.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank
You want to
you.
go ahead and do 21A?
Oh, sure, thank you. Item 21A, reappointment of a board member to the Tropical Texas Behavioral Health Board of Trustees for a 2-year term representing Precinct 4. And his name is Saul Garcia.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
I'm now going to have to call a public hearing at, I believe it's 10:30, or,
Judge, yes, it's at 10:30. If we could just wait about 10 seconds,
okay.
we should be. Thank you, Judge. Yes. We're ready.
Well, according to my watch, it's 10:30. So I call the public hearing to consider public comments concerning the amended amount of mandatory payments required to be paid by paying hospitals for the district fiscal year 2025. Is anyone here to address this on that matter? Going once? Going twice? Hearing none, I declare the public hearing closed.
Thank you. Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Lulu Acevedo with Hidalgo County Health and Human Services Department. Item B on agenda item 99020, consideration and approval of amending mandatory payments to be assessed quarterly by the Hidalgo County Healthcare Funding District on the amended from the net patient revenue year of 2022 to 2023 of an institutional healthcare provider and how the revenue derived from those payments is to be spent.
I'm sorry.
Second.
You need action, right?
Yes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C, consideration and approval of the Hidalgo County Tax Assessor Collector to collect the amended mandatory payments required by the Hidalgo County Healthcare Funding District.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item D, consideration and approval to assess amended mandatory payments, annual rate from net patient revenue year from 2022 to 2023.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge,
No,
Commissioners.
thank you very much. Let's go to item 16A, Head Start Program.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. Good morning again. Head Start collaborates with 9 different school districts in 28 schools, and we operate 145 Head Start classrooms in Hidalgo County in collaboration with these districts. Since 2011, the Texas Education Agency has mandated school districts to recognize their Teachers of the Year. Now that all of our Head Start teachers are also TEA Texas Certified Teachers, we knew that it was time to also recognize our outstanding Head Start teachers who have demonstrated outstanding leadership and excellence in teaching. It was a rigorous process. Each of the 28 schools selected a Pre-K3 and Pre-K4 Teacher of the Year. Then a committee of education experts went through all of these applications to ensure that there was fairness throughout the process. The names, the schools, and even the ISDs were redacted. So it is with extreme honor to introduce to you the best of the best. Our 24-25 Teachers of the Year. First, we have our Pre-K3 Teacher of the Year, Mr. Jose Reyes from Seguin Elementary, Head Start collaboration from La Joya ISD, and accompanying Mr. Reyes, we have Dr. Marcy Sorensen, La Joya ISD Superintendent, that has some comments that she'd like to share with us. Dr. Sorensen.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Judge Cortez, Commissioners. Thank you very much for having us here. First of all, I would like to congratulate Mr. Reyes on his incredible job this year.
This year was a new year for us in Head Start. We adopted a new curriculum which brought incredible challenges to our teachers. And I will say that Mr. Reyes just jumped right in, did what was right for his students, and adopted the curriculum with energy, passion, conviction, and just a belief system that showed that what was right for children came first. And he makes sure every single day that our students are not only engaged in experiential learning, but learning their letters and their numbers, and that they're able to read, and that they're kindergarten ready by the time they leave his classroom at the end of pre-K 3 and pre-K 4. I also would be remiss if I did not pause and thank my partner right here, Ms. Irma Pena, for leading Head Start in La Jolla ISD. It has been an incredible partnership, and so I thank her for being our partner and doing great work with us boots on the ground in La Jolla ISD. We know how important Head Start is and how important early learning is. We know that kids who attend Head Start and who attend pre-K are much more likely to be on grade, third grade readers. And so the investment in pre-K and having those pre-K classrooms open in Head Start is an incredible commitment. And so I thank you, Judge Cortez. I thank you, commissioners. I thank you, Ms. Pena, for investing in La Jolla ISD and really supporting wonderful educators like Mr. Reyes, who does a great job for our students at Seguin Elementary and will continue to do a great job because we've brought him on to stay in our ACE campuses. So we are so grateful to him and to you for supporting us in La Jolla ISD.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sorensen, for those wonderful comments. And again, congratulations to Mr. Reyes. And now it is my honor to introduce to you our Pre-K 4 Teacher of the Year, Ms. Yvette Solis Benavides from Sam Houston Elementary Head Start collaboration with McAllen ISD. And accompanying Ms. Benavides is Dr. Rene Gutierrez, McAllen Superintendent, that also has some comments to share. Dr. Gutierrez.
Good morning. Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. And first of all, I want to thank our partnership that we have with the Head Start, Ms. Pena and her staff. It's been an amazing partnership that we've had to start our kids at 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds in education, because it all starts at the early childhood. And so it's been a great partnership. But we are very honored and blessed to have a teacher like Ms. Yvette Solis Benavides, who has given 23 years of service to McAllen ISD and to the children of McAllen ISD, but more specifically to the kids of South McAllen ISD, where we have the greatest needs, the most needy families, the low-income families, and we're honored to have her there for 23 years and serving kids in that area. What's very impressive about Ms. Yvette Solis Benavides is that we have the McAllen Education Foundation that provides grants each year to teachers in our district that can provide innovative classroom practices. And she's gotten that grant for 8 years because each of those years she has come up with an innovative way of teaching kids differently, with an innovative way, with a new techniques, new emphasis on her curriculum in early childhood. And so that's the type of a person we have in McAllen ISD. So we're blessed to have you, Ms. Yvette Solis Benavides, to serve the families of South McAllen. The kids are so great to have you as one of our teachers. And we want to continue this partnership because we know how important it is to start our kids at a very young age in education, because the greatest equalizer is in education. And we are helping kids in South McAllen excel with a quality education and to have a better quality of life. So thank you so much for the partnership.
Thank you.
I would like to say that these two teachers will be awarded a $2,000 honorarium. They'll also receive a $2,000 stipend to be used for classroom supplies, material, and equipment, and they will also be attending the National Head Start Conference in Columbus, Ohio in May. So also, I know that Ms. Benavides has her mom here today that is accompanying her, and Mr. Reyes has his wife. So I'd like to invite them to come up.
They need to
And
come up.
also, we have some of our wonderful partners from our ISD that are here today, and our campus directors and our Head Start staff. This is her mom and Ms. Reyes. Oh, your parents are here. And we also have Mr. Reyes's parents that are here with him today.
And the principal.
Okay, so if we could have a picture, that would be fantastic.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And I'd like to invite our campus directors and our Head Start staff, if you could please join us. Oh, thank you, sweetie.
Y'all haven't noticed, we do what women tell us to do.
Yeah, we're gonna take it group by group. So let me take this group this way.
Get it pronounced.
This way. Right here. Please. Right here. Sir, go ahead and go up. Ma'am, this way. Right here. Go ahead. Your family is family, right? Yes. Please come forward. Come. Be around and I'll fix everybody. Your parents, this family or this family? Staff. Sir, come this way, please. So, aquí. Por favor. The black and the white, come this way. So go ahead and go up. And you can right.
Head Start staff?
One more real quick with the superintendent.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, let me go ahead and. Yeah. Dr. Gutierrez.
I'm gonna go in. Thank you.
Now, Robert, before the superintendents leave, I'd like to ask them a question. So what is their opinion about the future of Head Start funding? Do you all have an opinion on that?
Well, our opinion is, at least on at our level, is that we like to have this program to continue, and the funding is to be there for helping kids that are, low-income families that provide that early childhood opportunities for our 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds. And we do know that it's being looked at, and that there might be a possibility of perhaps redesigning the program, but the program is working out very well. The partnerships that we have, not only in McAllen ISD, but throughout Hidalgo County, has been very successful, and all our districts practically are accommodating the Head Start kids in our campuses for the most part. And so we like to continue that, because that's the bridge between the families through Head Start and our school districts connecting with each other, so that our kids can start at an early age and already become familiar with our district and our campuses and our teachers. And not only that, it goes beyond also the professional development that we're providing for the teachers from Head Start, as well as our teachers, the curriculum design that we're having, the innovative things that we're doing. And so we want this program to continue, the funding to continue to be there, because if there's a program that needs to stay, is the education of our kids at that early age. And if there's one thing that maybe that they may think that is not working, this is working tremendously. Kids are staying in school, kids are graduating, and kids are continuing to go into higher education. And it all starts with the Head Start program in our schools.
We're recording you. We're going to send it to Washington.
Yes, absolutely. And that's why I'm saying it, because I want this to be sent over there, because if anyone knows any better, it's us here, where we know that this is an amazing program that must continue, needs to continue, because the future of this country is our kids, and it all starts with the Head Start program.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate the opportunity to address what is in front of us potentially, and that is a cut to Head Start. And so I would just double down on what Superintendent Gutierrez said. The research is clear on the investment in early learning. What we know about early learning is that if we get our students in pre-K3 and pre-K4 programs through Head Start, our neediest, most dire situation for our students is that they are not in Head Start programs. What we know is that when students are in Head Start programs is that the likelihood of them being kindergarten ready is tripled. The research is clear on that. What we know is that when kids are in Head Start programs, they're more likely to be kindergarten ready, which then puts them on a path to third grade reading. And when kids are on grade level at third grade, the likelihood of them achieving post-secondary success more than doubles. When kids are post-secondary ready, the more likely kids are then to change their trajectory of their pipeline out of poverty. And when we're talking about lifelines out of poverty, we're changing family trajectories, not just the lifeline of our children, but the lifelines of our families. And so again, when we're talking about an investment in Head Start, we're talking about an investment in families, not just an investment in that individual child. And so this funding is essential for children that we serve in this county here in the Rio Grande Valley.
Well, we've got you on tape too. We're going to send it along.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
No, thank you all for all you do. To us, you're absolutely right. Our future depends on us to invest in ourselves and creating the human capital so everyone can take care of themselves. And education, as you all know, is a big part of it. I'm concerned of any cuts in Head Start program because we know how good results are with that. So we're your advocates. Tell us, describe your barriers so we can help you advocate for continued funding.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Chairman, before we go to open forum, you want to finish your items?
I think so, and if I may, I would like to thank Dr. Sorensen and Dr. Gutierrez. Again, they did represent the best of the best, but we do partner with 9 different school districts, and the investment that they have made with us in teaching together with our most vulnerable population here in Hidalgo County is critical. It's not only what is happening in the classroom, but it's those additional wraparound services that are critical for us to continue those services. And while I recognize, and I want to be candid, while I recognize that it is necessary to try to, and forgive me for being a little gauche, cut the fat, but we cannot cut into the bones of the children and our community. This is so critical. And thank you for your continued support, and thank you to all present. Thank you so much. Thank you. And if I may, I'm going to go ahead and
16B.
start. I know that some people want to get back to their.
Yes.
So we're going to just continue. You can stay or not. Thank you, Judge. Item 16B, requesting approval for the 2025 summer work schedule for the staff. Head Start has, again, a partnership with 9 different school districts, and most districts have different end start date, school dates. The staff working at our campuses will follow the ISD schedule. The administration office will also follow all school district summer schedules and will work Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. requesting approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 16C. 2 years ago, the Hidalgo County Head Start program applied and became a lead agent in Hidalgo County for the Texas School Ready Grant. This grant provides early childhood, early childhood teachers coaching and additional professional development. We are requesting authorization to reapply for the Texas School Ready Grant. Requesting authorization.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 16D. When I became your executive director 2.5 years ago, one of the objectives was to strengthen and develop systems to ensure that not only Head Start regulations are being met at the state and federal level, but also incorporate best practices. In doing so, we have formalized standard operating procedures and have previously brought to the Policy Council and to this Commissioner's Court 408 policies and procedures for your approval. As we continue to formalize standard operating procedures, we request authorization to incorporate another standard operating procedure and to make it a formal policy on how we work with Texas Health and Human Services regarding child care regulation and inspections and investigations. Requesting authorization.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge and
Thank you very
Commissioners,
much.
and have a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is open forum.
Thank you, Judge Commissioners. We do have one participant, and for the audience, I'd like to remind the public that they're always welcome to participate in public forum. They need to be familiar with the rules of decorum, which prohibit direct and indirect personal attacks on members of the court or any county individuals. The comments made should also pertain to county business and cannot be threatening in nature. Our participant is Ms. Fern McClarity. Ms. Fern, there is a 3-minute time limit, and I will advise you when there is 1 minute. I will start when you start.
Commissioners, I am getting a lot of questions on the status of the new courthouse. I have seen staff members go in and out of the building. So can the public come by and see what a $200 million facility looks like? I would also give you a heads up on the questions, but they center around when will it be completely finished and how much did it cost? The people want to know how it will be different from the old courthouse. How are you going to deal with the pedestrian traffic? How are you going to handle the cars? I understand a lot of county employees are parking in front of businesses over on the east side of the courthouse going across 12th and 107. Riding a bus from the annex into the parking lot to the front of the building does not look like a long-term solution. From the standpoint of the public, it looks like it's going to be just like the old one, but just bigger. The county hired a management group, but never allowed them to manage. It is difficult to hold someone accountable if the county keeps making decisions. There are too many chiefs and very few Indians in that decisions. What the county needs is a master plan for the entire site. Now, some departments are moving to other locations and the vacant areas are made into parking lots. Every time there is a change, it is to save money and improve efficiency. And yet, every year it costs 15 to 20% more. When are we going to be getting the money part? The rate of inflation in Hidalgo County is 20.5%, and this Commissioner's Court gave the staff a 5% annual increase. Just in case you do not know, there is a big gap between 5% and 20%. Commissioners need to work on their image because the public thinks of the court as politicians looking out for themselves. I would also like to ask everyone that received a letter or anything from the appraisal district that you will protest your property values. If you fill it out, take it over. The address is 4405 South Professional Drive. Phone number is 381-8466. If you do not protest the amount right now, next year it will be even higher. And I guarantee you each one of the commissioners and the county judge will protest their property values. So I'm asking each of you to do the same. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We have no other participants, Judge,
Okay,
Commissioners.
we'll go to item 7A.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Isaac Sulemana here on behalf of Hidalgo County Judge Rich Cortez for agenda item 99250, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding approval of an agreement between Hidalgo County and North American Development Bank. This is a technical assistance grant where the North American Development Bank is going to assist Hidalgo County to begin a comprehensive study of water availability in the area. The grant is in conjunction with neighboring counties. It's going to be a regional approach, and they're going to handle the administration of the funds. The total value is $350,000 for Hidalgo County, and we recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Thank
Thank you, Isaac. Item 8A.
Mr. Pettis, before you start, Judge, Commissioners, we do have a public participation form from Ms. Fern McClarity on agenda item 8A. 8A. Pettis?
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Randy Pettis here with the Economic Development. Item 8A is discussion, consideration, possible action regarding approval of the proposed tax abatement agreement between Hidalgo County and Grapefruit Solar LLC. Judge, Commissioners, this is a solar generation facility. It's a $225 million investment. The site location is approximately off of 1017, FM 1017, west of 281, just along FM 438. Estimated jobs created during construction is approximately about 300. The equipment that will be used would be solar panels, inverters, and a substation that will be interconnected with AEP. The anticipation project is about 2,000 acres, and staff is recommending approval. It will be a 50% tax abatement for 5 years, and staff recommends approval of the abatement.
Ms. McClarity?
Well, he did a good job. He answered most of my questions today. But what, again, my thing is what is it? And is this the windmills or just those big black deals that are all over the land? And you mentioned how many jobs. And what does I always ask when there's tax abatement, what do the taxpayers get from this? I know that our property values go up. And like I said, I looked at some of the backup on it, and it talked about such increase in valuation will not be in any case to be less than $1,500,000, or no less than 26 jobs will be created. So, again, what do the taxpayers get when y'all give these tax abatements out?
Okay, you understand the useful life? What was the useful life, Randy, of this project?
The equipment's 25 to 30 year useful life.
So subtract 5 from 25, how much is that? I believe it's 20.
Yes, sir.
And we're getting 100% of the tax. And in order for us to get 100% of the tax of that huge investment, we need to give up 50% of the tax for the first 5 years. So when you ask, and what is the benefit to the taxpayer, I hope that answers your question.
Thank you.
And the other benefit to the taxpayer is that we need a reliable source of power. We cannot attract industry here if we don't have a reliable source of power. They store power at the peak periods the power is needed, then we have the power. So there are multiple benefits for this, and we're very appreciative of them wanting to invest in our area.
Thank you.
Next.
Judge, we do have a motion on the floor.
I do.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
We have some bankers here that they probably need to go back to work. I think we have an item on 23A. Nacho?
Yes, good morning, Judge, Commissioners, Mr. Guerra, Mr. Garza. For the record, Ignacio Mesco from the Purchasing Department, agenda item 23A for Hidalgo County. 1A, presentation of the scoring grid for the purpose of ranking by Hidalgo County Commission score of graded vendor submission with the recommendation by the evaluation committee members for bank depository services. Do you wish to rank in the order of the score?
Judge, Commissioners, for the record, Commissioner Cantu will be abstaining from any discussion and or action related to this matter.
Can we ask some questions on the process? Because I think some of this we have to follow process as far as rankings and the way this was done. Is that right?
That is correct.
That is my question. Are we following process, procurement?
Yes, we do, Commissioner.
What's the recommendation again?
So the recommendation is, do you wish to rank in the order of the score for the depository bank services?
What's the alternative to not approving the rankings? I don't think we're there, right? What's the timing sensitivity of this?
We do have some time constraints. I believe that the current contract will be ending later on. It's a complicated agreement. It takes time, especially to negotiate and go through the process.
Well, we have two options, to either accept the ranking or not, correct? I mean, those are the two options we have? Or we do not have those options?
That is an option, Judge.
What is the pleasure of the Commissioners Court?
Well, I think that, we entrusted our staff to do these rankings, but we start with the number one firm, and if that isn't successful, we move to the number two firm, right?
That's the common practice.
If we accept the rankings and
Correct.
we do that, correct?
Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to accept the ranking of the evaluators, and all in favor say aye.
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 Motion passes.
B, requesting approval for Hidalgo County Purchasing Department to negotiate with the number one ranked vendor, Lone Star National Bank, to finalize an agreement for bank depository services. Staff recommend approval.
Now, this is where some of our concerns and issues are going to be brought up, correct?
Yes.
And I apologize, I forgot to put in the record that Commissioner Cantu abstained from any discussion or action
Because I believe there were some,
on item 23A1.
thank you. So I believe that there were some considerations that the court had expressed, even though we accepted the rankings, that there were some things that we wanted considered in that negotiation.
Being, we would have the opportunity to negotiate the number one ranking specifically.
The concerns that had been brought up.
Correct.
Thank you. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show that Commissioner Cantu abstained from any discussion or action on these items. Okay, we're back to the beginning of the thing. I think we're down to 9A.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioner Rosalita Cantu presenting for the District Attorney's Office. Item 9A, HIDA Task Force, asking for approval to continue payment of salaries for 10 positions currently being paid by the fiscal year 2024 HIDA grant pending the award of the fiscal year 2025 grant.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 10A.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Oscar Montoya, Division Chief, Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office, on behalf of Sheriff J. Eddie Guerra. We're here for several items. Item A, we're seeking approval for the certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor in the amount of $275,000 for the year 2025, and this is for salaries and friend benefits for our commissary officers, first and second quarters.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B, we're seeking approval and authorization for Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office to enter into MOU with the OCDEF Houston, Texas Strike Force. And the second part of it is approval for Hidalgo County Sheriff to sign any related documentation.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And this is a couple of several that we'll continue to do as we're redoing our MOUs with people that use our firing range. Item C, shooting range, MOU, Texas Comptrollers, Public Accounts, and HCSO. We're seeking approval and authorization for Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office to enter into MOU with the Texas Comptrollers Public Accounts regarding the use and training at the HCSO shooting range.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And finally, we're seeking approval, same situation, authorization for Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office to enter into MOU with the City of McAllen regarding the use of the training and the HCSO shooting range.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Judge, Commissioners, thank you, and have a blessed day.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Item 11A, Constable Precinct 4.
Good morning, the County Judge, Commissioners. We have 11A, which is Constable Precinct 4, Chapter 59, requesting approval of 2025 appropriation of fund balance for Constable Precinct 4, Chapter 59 in the amount of $88,716.41.
Motion to approve?
Second.
These are forfeiture funds that are allocated to this precinct. They can use it for the items that they're listed there. We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Sergeant, your name for the record?
Barrera, Sergeant Barrera.
Thank
Sorry
you,
about
sir.
that.
Next item, we have item 12A, Tax Office, Mr. Villarreal, or someone from his office.
You're muted. Tax Office, you're muted. Tax Office, you're muted. We still can't hear you. We still can't hear you. With your permission, I'll go ahead and read the item for you. So for the tax office, for our tax assessor collector, Paul Villarreal, it's discussion and approval to execute a dealer deputy agreement between the County of Hidalgo and Payne Imports LLC, DBA, Payne Pre-Owned Edinburgh, and Payne Pre-Owned McAllen, Payne Pre-Owned McCaw. The dealer desires to act as an agent to the tax assessor collector in the issuance of motor vehicle registration stickers, license plates, and the application for vehicle titles. This agreement is subject to the dealer deputy providing a surety bond in the amount as determined by the county tax assessor collector in accordance with applicable law.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 13A, Human Resources.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. Erika Reina for the Department of Human Resources. Item 13A, I'm requesting a waiver of the following if applicable for the personnel items listed. I need action on item number 3, the budget amendment policy, personnel related amendments.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 13B for the District Attorney's Office, approval to award a discretionary step for the employees listed below in accordance with HR criteria certification as per section 8.03 of the Classification and Compensation Plan, effective upon Commissioners Court approval. The action is a discretionary step 3 for slot 0174-0038, Assistant District Attorney 2. Grade 3, discretionary step 4 for slot 109, Assistant District Attorney 3, grade 5, and discretionary step 4 for slot 0196, Assistant District Attorney 3, also at a grade 5. I do recommend approval. It is in compliance with policy.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 13C for the Public Defender, approval to award a discretionary step for the employee listed below in accordance with HR criteria certification as per section 8.3 of the Classification and Compensation Plan, effective upon Commissioners Court approval. The action is a discretionary step 4 for slot 0023, Public Defender 3, at a grade 17. This item is in accordance with policy. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 13D for General Litigation Fund, approval of the following action effective upon Commissioners Court approval. The action is to delete slot 0001, a legal assistant 3, at a grade 10. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 13E for the Domestic Relations Office, approve the following actions effective the next full pay period, May 5, 2025. Action is to delete slot 0004, a social worker, grade 14, and to create slot 0005, a case manager at a grade 10. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Ms. Erica.
Yes,
Judge-
sir.
Judge Commissioners, for the record, Commissioner Torres will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action related to this next item from Ms. Erica Reina. Go ahead, Ms. Reina.
Thank you, Mr. Guerra. Item 13F, on behalf of the County Treasurer representing the Bail Bond Board, approval of the following action effective upon Commissioners Court approval. The request is to increase the supplemental allowance for slot A003 and executive assistant 2 from the current amount of $2,500 to a proposed amount of $5,000.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 13G for Precinct
Ms.
3,
Erica.
Road and Bridge.
Ms. Erica,
Yes.
Judge, if you would please put on the record the abstention.
I apologize. Yes, let the record show that Commissioner Todes abstained from any action or discussion on this item.
Thank
F.
you.
13F.
Ms. Erica?
Thank you. Item 13G, Precinct 3, Road and Bridge, approve the following action effective May 25th, 2025 through October 31st, 2025. The action is to add a supplemental allowance for slot 0004, a Director of Field Operations in the amount of $5,000. HR does recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 13H is discussion and action to adopt the background screening policy. Judge, Commissioners, as you know, the HR team has been working on adopting a background screening policy that will allow us for certain safety sensitive or otherwise recognized position to start running background checks once a conditional offer of employment is made to a job applicant. We do believe this will be very beneficial for our departments when making employment decisions. And the whole policy has been reviewed by legal counsel. It is in accordance with the Fair Credit Reporting Act. I do recommend approval of this policy.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
14A, Urban County.
Good morning, Joel Rivera with Urban County. Agenda item 14A, requesting consideration and action to award and enter into a construction contract with Jimmy Klausner and Son Construction Company, Inc., the lowest responsible bidder, in the amount of $422,560, utilizing funds from the fiscal year 36-37, 23-24 Ed Couch Water Sewer Improvement Fund. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Agenda item 14B, requesting approval of one applicant within Hidalgo County jurisdiction, one applicant within the city of Palmview, and one applicant within the city of La Jolla under the Home Owner Occupied Housing Rehabilitation Program. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Agenda item 14C, requesting approval to enter into a contribution in aid of construction agreement with AEP Texas Central Company in the amount of $60,562.49 for the installation of primary pole and street lights within the city of Peñitas. CDBG 2024 Peñitas Street Improvement Fund will be utilizing for this project. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 15A.
Good morning, Darlene Sarmiento Rangel for the Health and Human Services Department. Item 15A1, requesting approval of the Gen Expert Award from the Water Environment Federation in collaboration with the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention. The award is a non-monetary and includes equipment and supplies for the public health laboratory to support rapid on-site detection of viruses in wastewater samples. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 15A2 is requesting approval to authorize Veronica Cuate, Laboratory Manager, as the main point of contact and to sign the shipping document. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 15B1, discussion and action to remove Jose Gonzalez as the designated representative for the OSSF permits and subdivision approval. Item 2, discussion and action to authorize Alberto Eduardo Flores to be the designated representative for the OSSF permits and subdivision approvals. And item 3 is approval to submit notice to the state of Texas informing the state of the changes in designee. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. For item C, I have to, for the record, make a correction. The correction is requesting approval to submit a proposal, and not an application, for the colorectal cancer screening across Texas pilot program. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item D, requesting approval to accept the Health Promotion and Chronic Disease Prevention, Obesity and Chronic Disease Strategies Grant, contract number HSS 001186200001, amendment number 4 with a contract term of October 1st, 2022 through August 31st of 2026, and for the county judge to e-sign the grant agreement and related documents. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I believe we're down to 17A, Community Service Agency.
Good morning, Commissioners and Judge. This is Mari Garza on behalf of Mr. Jaime Longoria. On our item today is 17A AI 99134, discussion, consideration, and possible action to allow Mr. Edgar Garcia to complete community service hours under the Hidalgo County Community Service Agency.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 18A, Elections Department.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Hilda Salinas here to present to you today on agenda item 99127, discussion on elections updates. Today is the last day of early voting for the May 3rd, 2025 local entities elections and special elections. We have 18 polling locations located throughout Hidalgo County, and they will close at 7 p.m. today. This Saturday will be Election Day, which is May 3rd. And we'll have 26 polling locations that will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So Hidalgo County does implement the countywide polling place program, and this means that you can cast your ballot at any polling location located throughout Hidalgo County on Election Day. So for example, if voters reside in the city of San Juan and they find themselves in the city of Weslaco, they can visit the polling location that will be located in the city of Weslaco to cast their ballot. Their ballot will be there. Of course, we encourage our voters to visit our website at www.hidalgocounty.us/elections for up-to-date election information. They can utilize our sample ballot lookup tool. They can view their sample ballot before they head to the polls, as well as view any election information. So this is all that I have for election updates. Do you have any questions? Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll proceed. Item number 2, approval of the 2025 May local entities election services contract between Hidalgo County and the following entities: the City of Sullivan, Hidalgo County Emergency Services District number 3. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second. Hilda.
Yes, sir.
How can we just not be entering an agreement when you're about to end the election? What happened?
Oh, yes. There is no deadline, sir, in accordance with the Texas Election Code. However, what happens is that some entities do hold their board meetings or their city commission meetings a little bit later because they don't hold it every week, or sometimes they hold it every month. And so at that point in time is when they approve their contract through their end, and then they send it to us for approval as well through our end.
And legal allowed this to happen, to provide services without a contract?
Judge, we are assisting them.
Okay.
And we are still actually trying to resolve the contract issue, but we're getting ahead.
And that's my point. But go ahead, we have a motion and a second to approve, but it seems to me that people need to know when their elections are ahead and have the contract in place before the election starts. And I think you'll work on that, right, Hilda?
Yes, I will, sir. Please know that we were in communication with these entities and letting them know. Of course, once we start the process and proceed, we do administer their elections.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank
Thank
you, Hilda.
you. Have a great day.
19A, WIC.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Chris Ramirez with the Hidalgo County WIC program. Presenting on 19A, requesting approval to reimburse Ruby J. Ayala, WIC registered dietitian, in the amount of $275 for a membership to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, with authority for county treasurer to issue check after review and auditing procedures are completed by the county auditor.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
B, WIC Admin Program 001, requesting approval of the certification of revenue by the county auditor in the amount of $400,000 and appropriation of the same.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Clarissa. Item 28, Planning Department.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Anthony Rodesi, Planning Director. Item 28-1, final approval with financial guarantee. Oakview number 2 subdivision in precinct 3. This is one lot, single family subdivision. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B, Gwin Ranches subdivision in precinct 4. This is a 13 lot, single family subdivision. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C, Baseline Acre subdivision in precinct 1. This is 41 lot, single family subdivision. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item D, Maravillas Estates Phase 4 subdivision in precinct 1. This is 87 lot, single family subdivision. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 2, final approval, Tovar Espinosa subdivision in precinct 4. This is a one lot, single family subdivision. Staff recommends approval.
So move. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B, Ebenezer subdivision, precinct 4, it's a one lot multifamily subdivision. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C, Oakview number 1 subdivision in precinct 3. This is a one lot multifamily subdivision. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item D, Matas Acre subdivision in precinct 4. This is a two lot, single family subdivision. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item E, Owasa Place subdivision precinct 4. This is a 15 lot, single family lot subdivision. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item F, Mapache Estate subdivision in precinct 4. This is a 21 lot, single family subdivision. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item G, La Villita Estates number 3 subdivision in precinct 3. This is a 48 lot, single family subdivision. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge and Commissioners.
Thank you. Anthony, item 22A, Budget and Management.
Mr. Soto? Before you start,
Yes.
Judge, Commissioners, we do have a public participation form from Ms. Fern McClarty on item 22A. Go ahead, Mr. Soto.
Yes, good morning, Judge Commissioners. Dago Soto, Junior Director of Budget and Management. Item 22A, approval of, for the record, will be approval to assign in the general fund balance expenditures related, funds in 2024 for expenditures related to projects listed in Exhibit A. And just for the record, the exhibit was uploaded to the packet this morning.
Ms. Fern?
Before we get started.
I don't know how, because this is not the first time. I don't understand how you're able to put something on to have it approved when the public cannot see what the Exhibit A is. I looked last night and I checked this morning, and my thing is the public should be able to see it in case we have questions on some of the amounts, because it's talking about expenditures related to the projects listed in Exhibit A. So our question is, how can you vote for something when the public cannot see it? I thought that's why you put things on the agenda.
Okay, so just for the record, the exhibit it shows 2 line items. One line item is, the description is for La Mención renovation, 1.2 million. And another line item designated for countywide road projects for 20 million. So it's a total of 21,200,000.
But the reason for the delay, Dago, is what?
We know the amount, and just identifying the program number for accounting purposes, and getting the appropriate program description name to see what.
Does the auditor play any role in this item?
As far as putting it together, no. They will assist DBN for any question regarding to a project account or maybe a project name to be created.
So, Judge, if I may
But
add,
as far as putting together, no.
right, if I may add to Mr. Dago's comments, with respect to the agenda item and the intended purpose, no, the auditor's office does not play a role, but the auditor's office does play a role with respect to the expenditures of those funds, and we are in communication with the county auditor, and as of this morning, there was still correspondence back and forth between Mr. Soto and Ms. Letty, but the item today is to assign the dollar amount for expenditures, and then there will be a subsequent as appropriate agenda item.
Again, how can you vote for something and the public can't see it? And this is not the first time.
It's been attached.
It's been attached, Ms. Fern.
Mr. Soto read it for the record.
Okay, but that doesn't help.
So this is just for the record. So this is for transparency purposes on that we are setting aside money based on fiscal year ending 2024 budget savings or excess collections for a general intended use. For this specific one, it was most notably the $20 million in countywide road projects. We will then, in the near future, will have to do a budget amendment to actually appropriate or actually budget those amounts in the current year that will need a specific project and will need Commissioner's Court approval. So this is just.
Well, but the question is very simple. It's not what are you intending to do. The question is, why wasn't the exhibit timely placed on the agenda? That's the question.
All right.
And
so,
if
Judge,
there's an answer to that, then what is the answer?
So, Judge, if I may, unfortunately, the exhibit, while it should have been attached by way of the dollar amount that is being proposed to be assigned, should have been posted, and that's $21,200,000. But in answer to Ms. Fern's question with respect to the expenditure of those funds, yes, definitely, when that agenda item comes up, there needs to be a backup that shows the actual expenditures by line items, so forth and so on, and the intended purpose. This is an assignment. In answer to your question, you're looking for the actual expenditures. That is a subsequent agenda item that is has yet to come. So again, apologies. There should have been an attachment that showed a $21,200,000 assignment.
But this is not the first
Right.
time.
Okay.
You said that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 22B.
Okay, so I will go ahead and do a presentation of the first quarter financial reports and try not to take too much of your time. I just sent a request to share my screen to IT. So you want to look up. Okay, there it is. Okay, so this presentation is for fiscal year 25 first quarter for ending March 31st. What I wanted to do was have a brief recap of the beginning fund balances that we're starting fiscal year 25 with. And so I want to point out here, this is the beginning fund balance across the different fund types. Of course, the major one is the general fund. So we have a projected beginning fund balance of $152,840,000, and based on these different categories. I do want to point out, and in relation to the item previous about the Exhibit A on the $20 million for county road projects that we are showing here, under the different categories that we are assigning 20 million under this category. So under this amount of 64 million, I did do a breakdown here to kind of show what's in that 64 million. And what we're showing and presenting is at the beginning of the fiscal year, we're showing 64 million, funds set aside in the general fund that will be used and utilized and appropriated from fiscal year 2025 onward. And so as you could see here, what makes up the 64 million notably is the countywide projects or the countywide road projects. Those, the internal discussion we have about some of the repurposed funds from ARPA savings are there assigned for specific use, around 16 million. This is what we did for fiscal year 2024. And even with all that, there is still 16 million of still discretionary future projects to identify. And even with those kind of buckets, being, designated, we have fully funded our rainy day fund, which is 15% of our adopted budget. So that's fully funded. And then on top of all that, we still have an available unassigned of 18 million. So we are showing, I wanted to show and showcase that the general fund is a healthy fund for the beginning of 2025. Okay. I'll just go through the summary of budget versus actuals. Sorry. Okay, so for the first quarter of fiscal year 25, ending March 31st, you will see that in the general fund, the revenues collected, 84 of its projected collections. This is, of course, primarily why we have 84% of our revenues collected at the end of the first quarter of the fiscal year is because of our taxes. Our taxes, we collect about 93% of our property tax revenue within the first 5 months of by the end of February. So by February, we've collected a good bulk of our sales tax revenue, and that will last us to cover expenditures to the end of the calendar year or our fiscal year. So that explains why we are already at 84% of revenues collected. Expenditures, of course, being the first quarter, the benchmark is at 25%. Under these general functions, we're at 17 as a whole. So for it's still early, no individual function is at the 25% mark. So spending levels are at or below the projection being 25% of the fiscal year. Again, this is just a different way of showing the expenditures per department. I won't go through each one, but again, overall we're at 17% of the target, and at this point, no department is above the spending level of more than 25%. And as even at the type of our expenditures, personnel being the most, of course, the highest expense the county has, we're at 18%. Of course, overall we're 17, but personnel we're at 18, which is where we should be at this point at that point at the end of March. And then again, the functions, a little bit more detailed: corrections, judicial, police, administration. Another way to see the type of functions and services the county provides. Again, we're at 70% of the targeted mark, and no function is above the 25% mark at this point of the fiscal year. That's it. It's just brief. The first quarter, I mean, budgets are still pretty high. Not too much has been spent, but based on what we're seeing, expenditures and disbursements are tracking according to our adopted budget. That's all I have for this presentation. Are there any questions?
I have a comment, Dago.
Yes.
Can you work with Danny and IT on the IT project? I know that we have it running because it's getting a lot of usage, but we also have to look to see how we're gonna, I guess, get out of this at some point, because this money's gonna run out, and we may miss our runway to get out in a timely manner, where we're gonna end up having to pay for some of these things through our general fund. So we need to see where we're at and the best way to, I guess, eliminate this program, that it doesn't have funding beyond ARPA. Just want to make
Yeah.
sure we have a plan for that.
Yes, we have started a discussion with the IT department, considering that Wi-Fi program that you're mentioning. And yes, we have discussed, I guess, how we're going to phase out that program once ARPA is done, which we have up to the fiscal year 2026. Yes, and it is a significant fiscal cost. Yes, sir.
But it takes, you can't just cancel it from one day to the next, so you need to have a plan on how you're gonna.
Correct, yes,
how
yeah.
you're gonna kinda shut it down.
I'm phasing it out
Yes.
by the end of fiscal year 2026. And then after that, no ARPA funds can be used for it. But yes, want to make sure, yeah, we just can't do it, yes, overnight, because it will be a substantial line item cost.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on, I may continue. Item 22C, approval to submit a request for fund unpaid capital credit from the Texas Comptroller of Public Accounts as authorized under Section 74.602 of the Texas Property Code, with authority for the county judge to sign the letter of request. Recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, item 22D, discussion, consideration, and approval to enter into a service agreement between Sciologist Gov Incorporated and Hidalgo County for the period of May 2025 to August 31st, 2026, with authorization for county judge to sign the required documents. I recommend approval.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries.
Item 22E, authorization to submit the economically disadvantaged county program application and affidavit for Los Ebanos Road from I-2 to Military Parkway Project, cross-section job 0921-02-521, with authority for the county judge to sign all required documentation. I recommend approval.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 22F1, requesting approval to amend the budget for the Hidalgo County Wi-Fi project, reference ARPA, account number 22-200-076. I recommend approval.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 22G1, approval of 2025 appropriation of funds for the elections contract 31.100 in the amount of $295,730.47 to fund the purchase of furniture for the new elections office and warehouse. I
Judge.
recommend approval.
Thank you. Judge, Commissioners, just for the record, Judge, this was ordered quite some time ago, but there was a lag time on some of the furniture, and so the elections office was back and forth with the company, but a requisition and a purchase order had been issued quite some time ago, and this is just coming to fruition right now with respect to payment of the furniture that was ordered quite some time ago.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause we received some furniture, but
Yes.
we have a motion.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Lastly, item 22G2, approval of the 2025 appropriation of funds in the amount of $2,485,779.86 from the Road and Bridge unassigned fund balance for Precinct 3 road maintenance programs to fund operating expenditures. I recommend approval.
So move.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
23B. B?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners, Mr. Guerra, Mr. Garza. For the record, Ignacio Mezco from the Purchasing Department. Agenda item 23B, one for emergency management, requesting approval to award order contractor SKO Elite Repair to Hidalgo County's membership with TIPS for the emergency management office repairs project in the amount of $159,813.76, with authority to issue notice to proceed upon receipt of the required payment and performance bonds. Staff recommend approval.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
23C for Precinct 2, 1A, presentation and acceptance on the Evaluation Committee's recommendation of the responsible receipt, including the committee's consideration for the best and final offer from the highest ranked responsible respondent in connection with construction management and risk for Hidalgo Health Clinic Facility Construction Project.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Be approved to execute the final AIA agreement between Hidalgo County and BM Benchmark Construction for the construction management suite for Hidalgo Health Clinic Facility Construction Project with authority to negotiate a guaranteed maximum price. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
C, pursuant to Exhibit A of the RFQP packet, requesting authority to waive minor technicalities for the submission requirements of the RFQP received. Staff recommend approval.
So move.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
23D for Precinct 4, 1, requesting approval to purchase raster tracking devices and services through Hidalgo County membership with Omnia Partners with Iron Bolt Technologies in the amount of $50,481.83. Staff recommend approval.
So move.
Second?
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
23E for Constable Precinct Number 2, 1, requesting approval to purchase a 2024 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 police vehicle through Hidalgo County membership with Vibor from Caldwell Country Chevrolet 2 in the amount of $54,300.
So move.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
23F for IT Department, 1, requesting approval to purchase Cisco SmartNet warranty service for current hardware and software through Hidalgo County membership with DIR from inside public sector in the total amount of $5,530.60. Staff recommend approval.
So move.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
23G for Sheriff's Office, 1, requesting approval to purchase AED value package through Hidalgo County membership with Omnia Partners from WW Granger in the total amount of $57,804.08. Staff recommend approval.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
2, requesting approval of an MOU between Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office and Hidalgo County Health Department with automatic successive 1-year renewal for prenatal health care services to inmates with authority for Hidalgo County Sheriff, Hidalgo County Health and Human Services Director, and Hidalgo County Judge to sign all required documentation. Staff recommend approval.
So move.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
That's what I have. Thank you. Have a very good day.
You want to go over your things, Wanda?
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners. 24A 1 through 4, there's no action and or discussion this week. 24B, approval to accept settlement agreement from Homestate County Mutual Insurance Company in the amount of $3,346.91, and this will settle an auto accident claim with one of our county vehicles.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 24B2, approval to authorize myself, Aldeguerra County Executive Officer, to sign the release of all property damage claims form to settle the auto accident claim with Homestate County Mutual Insurance Company.
So move.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you. 24C is approval to accept the settlement check from Geico County Mutual Insurance Company in the amount of $4,735.99. And this will settle an auto accident claim with one of our county vehicles.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We do have closed session, Judge.
Pursuant to Chapter 551 of Texas Government Code, we'll be retiring to closed session to discuss items listed under Code Sections 551.071, .072, .074, and .087. I have a motion to do so.
Oh, second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I have 11:49 a.m.
Thank you. It's 12:39, and we're back from closed session. Valde, do we have any items?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Commissioner. Under open session 27A, real estate acquisition appropriation, same, no action or specific discussion be taken. 27B, pending and or potential litigation, no action. 27C, AI 99178, that is civil action number 725CB 177, estate of Melissa de la Cruz versus Hidalgo County, Texas. Commissioners, I'd like to refer back to item 26A and B. 26A, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements under Texas Local Government Code, Section 262024884, professional service for the provision of legal service representation in connection with litigation. May I have a motion?
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And 26B, engaging with the firm of Preston Henriksen for the provision of legal services representation in connection with litigation and authority to submit a letter of engagement subject to House Bill or subject to compliance with House Bill 1295, and this is specific to item 27C, civil action number 725CB 177, estate of Melissa de la Cruz versus Hidalgo County, Texas.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
27D, claim of American Electric Power Texas, Inc. Judge Commissioner, I'd like Settlement Authority to make an offer in the amount of $7,478.37.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And item 27E, claim of Gabriela Rosales, Commissioners, I'd like Settlement Authority to make an offer in the amount of $579.35.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you. Item 28, no action. Item 29, no action. We do have adjournment.
When's the next meeting?
Our next meeting is, Commissioner, 2 seconds. Our next Commissioners Court meeting will be a morning session, and it is scheduled for May 13th, 9:30, Drainage District, 10 a.m., Commissioners Court.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.